Ira's Melody of South Central Calhoun qualifies for the state cross-country meet again, finishing in 10th yesterday up at Eagle Grove in Class 2A. The Titans just had 3 runners, so no team score. Melody, though, advances on to state with that 10th-place finish. Jossa Hopper would finish up in 42nd. The ICAM Manning girls were at ACGC in Class 1A. The Wolves would finish 4th with 136 points. It was Addison Bando in 23rd place. Corey Beckendorf would finish up in 42nd place. On the boys' side of things, East Sac County qualifies for state as a team, winning the cross-country meet up at Emmetsburg yesterday in Class 1A with 33 points. Sioux Central with 42 points. For the Raiders, Xander Hemer finished up in 15th, and Kenton Ackerman would finish up in 20th place. ICAM Manning was at ACGC. They would finish in 3rd, just edged out from going at 107 points. It was Nathaniel Connor in at 29th place. Hunter Julin would finish up in 36th place. For South Central Calhoun, they were at Eagle Grove in Class 2A. They would finish up 13th. Declan Spencer led them in 38th place. It was Derek Green finishing up in 86th place. Kemper volleyball team sweeps by Des Moines Christian in the Class 3A Region 6 semifinal, beating them 25-21, 25-16, and at 25-11. Mia Milligan had 2 digs to go with 3 aces. Mariah Houghton finished up with 4 kills, and Elsa Tiefenthaler had 25 assists, 11 digs, and 3 aces. In girls swimming, Carroll and Lewis Central were at Sioux City last night. It was Lewis Central defeating Carroll 70-23. Carroll fell to Sioux City as well, 68-25. The 200 medley relay team of Harper Ladwig, Alexis Borkowski, Ava Heinote, and Grace Schonover would finish up in 3rd. Schonover was 4th in the 50 freestyle, and Ava Heinote was 4th in the 100 fly, with Briley Barons taking 3rd in the 100 freestyle. Audubon has dominated all season on the offense end of the ball, and they have outscored teams by 60 or more 5 times during the regular season. They meet a Lennox team that has held teams to under 30 in their last 4 games, including a shutout in Week 8. Wheeler's head coach Sean Burke says their offense needs to start up front.
And communicate, make sure we know what our blocking schemes are. Just understand that we have to understand that they might blitz, they might not, they might twist, they might not. We can't be surprised by anything. We have to do a good job of understanding, kind of the if-thens. If this happens, then this is where I go, and kind of go from there.
The Wheelers look to stay perfect on 93.7 KKRL. Mason Nealon and Randy Speece will have the broadcast with pregame coverage about 6:20 and the kickoff at 7 o'clock. ESAC heads to West Lyon in the opening round of the postseason, having to make changes in their starting lineup due to injuries in Week 8. Beckham Kluver came into the game at quarterback last week and will get the start this week. Raiders head coach Eric McCullough says they have simplified things on the offensive end.
You'd be looking at having a freshman quarterback now starting Friday night, so it's going to be a lot for him to take in, and the guys around him are going to be supportive, and we just try to get as many reps we could in this week on different scenarios and different situations.
The Raiders will rely on their run game, but Kluver showed the ability to throw the ball, so that will be an option if West Lyon loads the box. That game will kick tonight at 7 o'clock. Arweave has a tough opening round matchup with Gladbrook Rhinebeck. The Rebels went 8-0 on the season and are ranked in the top 10. Their offense has been phenomenal all season, and Rockets head coach Austin Stokes sees the threats that they have.
Yeah, they kind of offensively, they kind of got a 3-headed snake. They got the Huron kid at tailback. He averages 14 yards a carry, and he's just very explosive with a low center of gravity. The Clark kid out on the edge, he's kind of a receiver for them, leading receiver for them, but he also runs in motion a lot. They run a lot of misdirection with him. And then, the Madden kid at quarterback, he throws 73% of his completed passes on the season. And
the Rockets' defense will stay solid all night to give them a chance to win, and they'll have to get some things going offensively as well, as Wyatt Regaller comes off an 8-touchdown game last week. The rest of the postseason and playoff games and regular season games tonight. Carroll hosting Atlantic. That game will follow the Kemper game on KCIM. I'll have the broadcast along with, Jerry Fleschner tonight. Now, the Kemper game against Grandview Christian, also at the Carroll Athletic Field, will begin with pregame at about 4:25 and the kickoff at 5 o'clock. So both the Carroll and Kemper games tonight on KCIM, with Kemper playing at 5 o'clock and the Carroll game to follow. Also in Class 1A, it'll be South Central Calhoun at Underwood and Esac again at West Lyon. In Class A, it is IK Manning at West Sioux, and an 8-man Audubon again hosting Lennox on KKRO with Mason Nealon and Randy Speets. Pregame 6:25, kickoff 7. Arweva going to Gladbeck Rhinebeck, and Coon Rapids Barrett at Clarksville tonight. Pregame 6:25, kickoff at 7 o'clock with Nick Brinks and Devin Dembinski. We've got the New Way Ford Scoreboard Show coming up tonight, sometime following the Carroll game on KCIM and Kick. And again, we'll have interviews with all the area coaches. That may not start right at 10 o'clock tonight. It might be pushed back a little bit depending on how late that Carroll High game goes tonight. But again, we'll still have the New Way Ford Scoreboard Show coming up later on this evening. That's sports here on the CB Sports Network. I'm Jeff Blankman reporting.